Hi everybody, what if I told you that one tiny, almost invisible action tonight could completely transform your energy, your focus, and your life tomorrow? Imagine falling asleep faster than ever, waking up fully refreshed and feeling unstoppable without expensive gadgets, complicated routines, or hours of effort. Tonight, you have the power to unlock this secret with just one simple habit, a single tablespoon before bed, that can change everything. Imagine a life where you wake up every morning feeling truly restored, energized, and unstoppable. A life where your mind is sharp, your body feels light, and your energy isn't just surviving the day, it's thriving through it. What if I told you that a single simple habit before bed could unlock this level of vitality for you? Not weeks from now, not months, but tonight. It's not some complicated routine, it's not expensive, and it doesn't require you to change your entire lifestyle. It's just one tablespoon, one simple action before you sleep that has the potential to transform the quality of your rest and in turn, transform your life. You see, so many people underestimate the power of sleep. They treat it as optional, as a box to check, as a passive state where nothing truly happens. But the truth is, sleep is not passive, it is active. It is the time when your body repairs, regenerates, detoxifies, and rejuvenates. It is when your mind consolidates memories, clears out mental clutter, and resets itself for a fresh, high-performance day. Yet millions of people toss and turn each night, their minds racing, their bodies restless, desperate for rest, but unable to find it. And all of this often is preventable. The key is not in the hours you spend awake, but in the quality of the hours you spend asleep. Quality sleep is the foundation for every success you want in life. Without it, your goals, your productivity, your relationships, and even your health suffer. Poor sleep diminishes your focus, weakens your immune system, fuels stress, and even accelerates aging. But imagine the opposite. Falling asleep quickly, effortlessly, almost on command. Feeling your body relax, your muscles release tension, your mind slow down, and your breathing deepen into a natural restorative rhythm. That's the power you are about to harness. It starts with a small but mighty habit, a tablespoon before bed. This is not just a random act, it is a deliberate step toward optimizing your body's natural processes. One tablespoon of the right substance at the right time can signal to your body that it is time to switch off, to enter restorative sleep mode, to release hormones that accelerate healing and regeneration. This simple action can calm your nervous system, balance your hormones, and prepare your body for a deep, uninterrupted sleep cycle. And here's the truth. Most people overcomplicate their journey to better sleep. They invest in expensive mattresses, complicated sleep gadgets, or countless supplements, thinking the solution is external. But it is simpler than that. Real transformation starts with understanding your body and giving it exactly what it needs at the right moment. This tablespoon before bed is that moment. It's the signal, the ritual, the trigger that shifts your body from stress mode to restoration mode. It's consistency, not complexity, that will change your nights, and therefore your days. Think about the energy you will gain when you consistently implement this habit. Imagine waking up with clarity and focus, your mind sharp and alert. Imagine the confidence that comes when you are no longer dragging through the morning, when your body feels alive and your mental fog is lifted. Every success, every opportunity, every interaction is amplified when you operate from a state of complete rest and regeneration. Sleep is not a luxury, it is the currency of performance, the fuel of your potential. And with this one simple step, you are investing wisely in your most valuable asset, yourself. Consider the compounding effect. One night of deep, restorative sleep improves your mood, your focus, your immune system, and your metabolism. A week of this sleep builds resilience, sharpens decision-making, enhances creativity, and strengthens emotional control. A month of consistent, high-quality rest transforms not only how you feel, but how you show up in the world. This is how greatness is built, not through shortcuts or gimmicks, but through the small, consistent actions that compound over time. This tablespoon is more than just a physical act. It is a commitment to yourself, a declaration that you are worthy of optimal health and performance. And let's not forget the mental clarity. When your body rests, your mind reorganizes, your thoughts settle, and your creativity flows. How many times have you lain awake replaying the day, stressing over tomorrow, feeling trapped in a cycle of anxiety and restlessness? This small ritual interrupts that cycle. It tells your mind it's time to let go, it's time to recharge. And as your nervous system settles, stress hormones decrease, your heart rate slows, and a natural calm takes over. This is not just sleep, it is rejuvenation at the deepest cellular level. You have the power to change the trajectory of your nights, and therefore your days, with one simple intentional act. It's easy to dismiss something so small as insignificant, but that's the trap. The most transformative habits are often the simplest. The habit that feels too small to matter is usually the one that matters the most. And when you harness it consistently, its impact multiplies exponentially. The difference between restless nights and restful nights, between fatigue and vitality, between mediocrity and high performance is often the single simple action. Now think about what this could mean for your life. Better sleep is not just about feeling rested. It's about being more present with your family, more productive at work, more creative in your pursuits, and more resilient in the face of challenges. It's about reclaiming your time and energy and using them in ways that truly matter. When you prioritize sleep, you prioritize your health, your mental clarity, your emotional stability, and your ability to achieve your goals. And it all begins with that one tablespoon before bed, the catalyst for transformation that is within your reach tonight. You are not powerless in your struggle with sleep. You have a choice, a simple and actionable choice that can transform your nights and energize your days. Small habits, implemented consistently, shape the foundation of extraordinary results. One tablespoon, taken with intention and consistency, can knock out the barriers to sleep that have held you back for months, even years. And once you experience the deep, restorative sleep that follows, you will understand that it was never about complex solutions. It was about aligning with your body's natural rhythm and giving it exactly what it needs. Take this moment seriously. Commit to this habit, own it, protect it, and notice the ripple effects as your life begins to shift. Your energy, focus, mood, resilience, and performance. All elevated, all amplified. This is the power of intentional rest, the magic of giving your body what it needs at the perfect time, and it's available to you tonight. The truth is, the pathway to optimal health, peak performance, and unstoppable energy is often simpler than we think. It doesn't require extreme measures, expensive equipment, or complicated routines. It requires clarity, commitment, and a willingness to take consistent, intentional action. One tablespoon before bed may sound small, but its impact can be monumental. It is the bridge between restless nights and revitalized mornings, between fatigue and unstoppable energy, between surviving and thriving. Sleep is far more than just a pause between days. It is the most powerful, natural, and overlooked tool for improving every aspect of your life. So many people treat it as optional, a commodity they can sacrifice for work, entertainment, or endless scrolling through their devices. Yet the truth is that without quality sleep, nothing else in life operates at its full potential. Your energy is depleted, your focus is compromised, your emotional resilience is weakened, and even your physical health begins to deteriorate. Every cell in your body relies on this time to repair, regenerate, and prepare you for the challenges ahead. Sleep is not passive. It is an active, dynamic process of restoration and optimization, silently preparing you to perform, think, and live at your best. When you truly understand its power, sleep transforms from a mundane necessity into a strategic tool that fuels your success, your clarity, and your vitality. The body's enter. Now systems are intricately designed to maximize efficiency during sleep. Hormones are released that repair tissue, strengthen your immune system, and regulate metabolism. Your brain organizes and consolidates memories, filters out unnecessary information, and enhances problem-solving abilities. During deep sleep, toxins that accumulate throughout the day are cleared from your brain, and emotional stress is processed and reduced. This is why people who consistently deprive themselves of sleep find themselves irritable, forgetful, and unable to concentrate. They are operating with a backlog of unprocessed stress and unhealed physical strain. Sleep is the reset button that allows you to start each day fresh, yet most of us fail to honor its critical role. Quality sleep directly influences every measure of performance. Athletes understand that even the smallest deficit in rest can lead to reduced strength, slower reaction times, and poor coordination. Executives know that decisions made after a sleepless night are more prone to error and short-sighted thinking. Parents experience more frustration and impatience when their nights are interrupted or cut short. Students struggle with retention, focus, and creativity when their sleep cycles are inconsistent. The ripple effects are profound, touching every aspect of your personal and professional life. Sleep is not a passive luxury. It is the foundation for excellence. When you prioritize it, your body and mind reward you in ways that nothing else can replicate. Many people underestimate just how sensitive the body is to sleep quality. It is not simply the number of hours that matters, but the depth, consistency, and restorative quality of those hours. You can spend 8 hours in bed, yet if your sleep is restless, fragmented, or shallow, your body does not receive the repair and regeneration it desperately needs. Poor sleep. That leads to chronic fatigue, mental fog, mood swings, and even long-term health consequences such as heart disease, diabetes, and a weakened immune system. On the other hand, deep, restorative sleep enhances memory, creativity, mood, metabolic function, and immune resilience. It strengthens your body while sharpening your mind, preparing you to operate at peak capacity in all areas of life. Sleep also plays a critical role in emotional regulation and stress management. During deep sleep cycles, your brain processes emotions, reduces anxiety, restores mental balance. Without this nightly reset, stress accumulates and amplifies, leaving you more reactive, less patient, and less capable of handling life's challenges. Consistent, high-quality sleep acts as a buffer against emotional turbulence, giving you clarity and composure even in high-pressure situations. It is no exaggeration to say that how well you sleep determines not just how you feel physically, but how you feel emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Understanding the power of sleep means recognizing that it is not an afterthought, it is an investment in yourself. Just as you would carefully plan nutrition, exercise, or skill development, sleep deserves deliberate attention. Preparing your body and mind for rest, protecting your sleep environment, and prioritizing deep uninterrupted cycles are all strategies that multiply your energy and performance. It is about creating a foundation that allows every other habit, effort, and goal to succeed. When you commit to honoring sleep, your mornings become energized, your days productive, and your nights restorative. The incredible potential of quality sleep is often overlooked because it seems passive, because it requires surrender rather than action, and because its benefits are invisible until you experience them consistently. Yet those who respect the power of sleep experience transformations that ripple through every dimension of life. Focus improves decision-making, sharpens emotional resilience, strengthens, and energy becomes reliable and abundant. Productivity becomes effortless because your mind and body are aligned, balanced, and restored. Sleep is not simply a break from life, it is the engine that fuels your capacity to live, create, and perform. Science confirms what intuition suggests. Deep, restorative sleep is essential for optimizing every aspect of health and performance. It influences cardiovascular health, weight management, hormone balance, cognitive function, and mental stability. It allows your body to recover from physical exertion, clears metabolic waste, and strengthens immunity. Every night of high-quality sleep is a silent investment that compounds over time, transforming your potential from ordinary to extraordinary. Those who treat sleep as critical, intentional, and non-negotiable experience life differently. They perform differently, think differently, and feel differently. Every person has the potential to leverage sleep as a superpower. It is a natural, accessible, and potent resource that can dramatically change your energy, focus, health, and overall life performance. To underestimate it is to limit yourself unnecessarily. When you understand the power of quality sleep, you begin to see it as a tool, a weapon, and a gateway to excellence. And once you commit to maximizing this power, you unlock levels of vitality and capability that most people only dream of, giving you the edge that transforms ordinary routines into extraordinary outcomes. The most powerful transformations in life often start with something small, almost imperceptible, yet profoundly effective. It is not always a grand gesture, a complicated routine, or a complete lifestyle overhaul that shifts your trajectory. Sometimes it is the tiniest, most deliberate action that produces the most significant results. This is the case with the simple habit of taking just one tablespoon. This is the case with the simple habit of taking just one tablespoon before bed. It may seem trivial, almost too small to matter, yet within that single act lies the potential to completely change the quality of your nights, the energy of your mornings, and the performance of your days. The simplicity of this habit is its genius. While many people chase elaborate routines, expensive devices, or unproven hacks, the true solution lies in clarity, precision, and consistency, a single tablespoon that signals to your body that it is time to rest, restore, and reset. What makes this habit so powerful is the way it aligns with the body's natural processes. Every cell in your body is designed to function optimally under specific conditions, and your nervous system is no exception. By taking this tablespoon at the right time, you are giving your body a signal to transition from the tension and alertness of the day into the calm, restorative state that is necessary for deep sleep. It is a cue, a trigger that initiates a cascade of physiological changes. Stress hormones decrease, relaxation hormones increase, your heart rate slows, and your breathing naturally deepens. Your body receives a clear message that the time for repair, regeneration, and mental clarity has arrived. It is as if you are telling your body, the work of today is complete. It is time to recharge for tomorrow. Consistency is where the real magic happens. One night of taking this simple step may bring noticeable relaxation, but when implemented consistently, the effects compound. Each night reinforces the signal to your body, training it to enter restorative sleep effortlessly. Over time, falling asleep quickly becomes second nature. The restless tossing, The racing thoughts, the endless mental chatter, these all fade away because your body has learned the rhythm of rest. It is not about forcing sleep or struggling against the natural cycles of your body. It is about creating an environment and a ritual that your body recognizes and responds to automatically. 1 tablespoon becomes the anchor, the ritual, the key to unlocking effortless rest. The brilliance of this approach lies not just in the physiological effects, but also in the psychological impact. Our minds are conditioned to overcomplicate solutions. We believe that the answer to our problems must be large, dramatic, or expensive, but life's most transformative habits are often simple, small, and repeatable. Taking 1 tablespoon before bed is an act of intentionality. It is a declaration that you value your sleep, your health, and your performance. It is a commitment that even the smallest actions executed consistently hold the power to create extraordinary results. By embracing this habit, you are sending a signal not only to your body, but also to your mind. You are capable of change, you are worthy of restoration, and you have control over your energy, focus, and life. The results of this simple habit extend far beyond just falling asleep faster. When your body experiences deep, uninterrupted sleep, your entire system benefits. Your immune system strengthens, your metabolism balances, and your hormones regulate efficiently. Your mental clarity improves, creativity flourishes, and decision-making becomes sharper. Stress becomes more manageable, emotional resilience grows, and your overall sense of well-being elevates. In essence, what begins as a single tablespoon before bed transforms into a ripple effect that touches every corner of your life. What was once a small nightly action becomes the catalyst for energy, focus, and performance that seems almost effortless. Many people overlook small habits because they appear insignificant. Yet it is these tiny, consistent actions that differentiate those who perform at the highest level from those who struggle with fatigue, distraction, and stress. Success is not always born from monumental effort. It is cultivated through disciplined, repeatable behaviors that compound over time. Taking this 1 tablespoon before bed is not a gimmick or a trick. It is a simple strategic choice that leverages your body's natural processes to give you a competitive edge. The difference between average and exceptional sleep, average and exceptional energy, average and exceptional performance often comes down to a small, consistent, intentional habit like this. The most powerful part of this habit is its accessibility. You do not need expensive devices, complicated techniques, or extreme routines. You do not need to overhaul your life to see results. It is available to you tonight, right now, with nothing more than your attention, your intention, and a single small action. This is where simplicity meets effectiveness. Right now, with nothing more than your attention. The moment you embrace it, you are stepping into a process that works with your body rather than against it, aligning your actions with natural biological rhythms and creating effortless results that compound over time. When you understand the simplicity and power of this habit, you realize that transformation is not about doing more, it is about doing better, smarter, and more intentionally. 1 tablespoon before bed is a small a CT, but it carries enormous impact because it is consistent, deliberate, and aligned with your body's natural processes. It is a reminder that small, intentional steps executed consistently are the gateway to extraordinary performance, energy, and vitality. What seems small today becomes monumental tomorrow, and before long your life reflects the compounding power of that single intentional act. Consistency is the invisible engine behind every extraordinary achievement. It is the quiet, uncelebrated force that separates those who dream from those who actually accomplish. Most people underestimate it because they chase quick fixes, sudden breakthroughs, or dramatic changes, believing that transformation must happen in a single, monumental moment. But the truth is that lasting change rarely occurs in a flash. It accumulates layer by layer, day by day, through repeated, intentional actions. This is why small habits, when practiced consistently, hold more power than any grand gesture or one-time effort. Every night, the decision to engage in a simple ritual, such as taking that 1 tablespoon before bed, becomes a statement of commitment, not just to the habit itself, but to your well-being, your energy, and your performance. Over time, these small choices compound into a life that feels unstoppable, effortless, and aligned with your true potential. Consistency transforms ordinary habits into extraordinary outcomes because it leverages the natural laws of compound effect. Just as a single drop of water wears away stone over time, repeated intentional actions create momentum that reshapes your life. 1 night of optimal sleep feels good, but repeated nights of restorative rest build resilience, sharpen focus, and improve mental clarity. One night of consistent practice strengthens your body, regulates your hormones, and calms your nervous system. 2 nights multiply. The benefits: 3 nights accelerate the process. Within weeks, your body and mind begin to operate on a different level. The compounding effect of consistent habits is invisible at first, but once you experience it, the difference becomes undeniable. Your energy becomes more stable, your emotions more balanced, your performance more reliable, and your confidence grows because you can trust yourself to show up in the right way day after day. Consistency also builds trust in yourself. Every time you follow through with an intentional action, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of change, discipline, and control over your life. This is crucial because transformation is as much psychological as it is physical. When you commit to a small, repeatable habit, you are not just improving your sleep. You are proving to yourself that you can follow through, that you are capable of honoring your promises to yourself. This builds self-respect, confidence, and a sense of personal power that permeates every area of your life. The act of consistency becomes a signal to your mind and body. You are reliable, you are disciplined, and you are fully capable of achieving the outcomes you desire. The ripple effects of consistent habits extend far beyond the immediate results. Improved sleep leads to more productive days, sharper decision-making, enhanced creativity, and stronger emotional resilience. These benefits are not isolated. They accumulate and multiply as the habit becomes ingrained. Consistency turns a simple action into a lifestyle into a foundation, and a foundation into a life of performance and vitality. When the body and mind learn to trust this process, resistance diminishes, mental clarity increases, and every other habit in your life becomes easier to maintain. What once required effort becomes second nature, and your life begins to align with the energy and results you have always desired. Consistency is also a powerful tool against the distractions and challenges of modern life. It is easy to let fatigue, stress, or business dictate your actions, to postpone self-care, and to justify skipping small rituals in the pursuit of more immediate concerns. Yet, those who consistently prioritize small, intentional actions, night after night, week after week, create stability and resilience that carry them through chaos, pressure, and uncertainty. They are not dependent on motivation, luck, or external circumstances. Their power comes from the reliability of their habits, from the repeated commitment to actions that align with their goals and values. This is why consistency is more important than intensity, and why small, repeated efforts ultimately outpace sporadic bursts of effort. Moreover, consistency cultivates patience, discipline, and long-term vision. Transformation is rarely immediate. It unfolds gradually, often in ways that are subtle and imperceptible at first. Those who abandon habits too early rarely witness the full benefits because they fail to allow the compound effect to take root. Consistency trains you to trust the process, to remain committed even when immediate results are not visible, and to understand that small, persistent actions eventually produce monumental change. The habit of 1 tablespoon before bed is a perfect example. It may feel small tonight, insignificant even, but repeated nightly, it unlocks cycles of deep restorative sleep that transform energy, focus, health, and overall performance over time. The power of consistent action also lies in its ability to transform identity. Each repeated choice reinforces who you are and what you value. Every night you honor your commitment to restorative sleep. You reinforce the identity of someone who values health, clarity, and peak performance. Senior, this identity becomes self-reinforcing. The more consistent you are, the more naturally aligned your actions become with this new identity, until it is no longer a habit you must force. It becomes a way of being. The cumulative effect is profound. Your body, mind, and lifestyle evolve to match the person you are becoming, and every other goal or aspiration becomes easier to achieve because your foundation is solid. Ultimately, consistency is not merely about discipline. It is about empowerment. It is about recognizing that your future is built one deliberate choice at a time, that every night, every habit, and every repeated action has the power to shape your destiny. 1 tablespoon before bed is more than a physical act. It is a commitment to yourself, a declaration of intentionality, and a tool for compounding transformation. Night after night, week after week, this small, consistent habit builds momentum that reshapes your health, your energy, your clarity, and your life in ways that feel almost effortless, because the compounding power of consistency is unstoppable. When you look at the power of sleep, the simplicity of one small habit, and the compounding strength of consistency, it becomes clear that transformation is not about doing everything at once. It is about doing the right things deliberately every single day. Quality sleep is your foundation. The fuel that energizes your body, sharpens your mind, and strengthens your resilience. 1 simple tablespoon before bed is not just a habit. It is a gateway that unlocks the restorative power your body has been waiting for. And when you commit to that habit consistently, night after night, it becomes unstoppable momentum, shaping your energy, your focus, and your life in ways you may have only imagined. Transformation. True transformation is built on the alignment of these three forces: the understanding of what your body needs, the courage to take simple, intentional action, and the discipline to stay consistent even when the results are not immediate. Everything you desire, clarity, vitality, confidence, and high performance, starts with the small, deliberate choices you make today. Every night that you honor your body with restorative sleep, every night you take that single step, you are investing in the best version of you. Ourself, you are creating a foundation that cannot be shaken, a rhythm that supports every goal, every dream, and every challenge you face. The ripple effects are profound. Your energy multiplies, your focus intensifies, your resilience grows, and your life begins to reflect the alignment, discipline, and intentionality you are cultivating. Remember that greatness is not built overnight. It is built night after night, habit after habit, choice after choice. What feels small now can become monumental over time, and the results are often greater than you ever imagined. By embracing the power of sleep, the simplicity of intentional action, and the unstoppable force of consistency, you are creating the conditions for a life of performance, health, and fulfillment. Your nights set the stage for your days, your habits shape your identity, and your commitment determines your destiny. Tonight, take the step, honor your body, commit to the habit, trust the process, and watch as your life begins to shift in ways that feel effortless yet extraordinary, as energy, focus, and vitality become your new normal. Your transformation is already within your reach. One simple, consistent action at a time. Take this moment, embrace it fully, and let the power of intentional rest unlock the life you are meant to live.